Encourage you to join us in our march to freedom. You know, there is no freedom without mental emancipation. There is no freedom without mental emancipation. Therefore, share this with your friends, share this with your family, share this with your neighbors, share this with everybody that you can. Do not forget to like and follow us on our various platforms on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. And like I said earlier on, there is no freedom without mental emancipation. Please forgive me for that sound. This keeps coming and going, so I will see if I'll just take it off. Keeps coming and going. There is no freedom without mental emancipation. There is none. The reason is because we are coming from, okay, let me put it this way. We are products of colonialism. We are products of colonialism. You know, there is this postulation that says that we all come empty. That says that people are born tabula rasa. Therefore, you now need to fill them in, like fill human beings in. Example, babies are born empty. There is this postulation that babies are born empty. So you now need to fill the baby in with information to create the kind of character, the kind of behavior that you want. And there are also some postulations that say that is not absolutely true. There is an information that says babies don't come totally empty, that some already have a pattern, that some already have a way. That is why they say sometimes when babies come out from their womb, from their parents' womb, they already have different behaviors. From that moment, they already have different behaviors. But I want us to go with the one that says babies are empty, because if we go with the one that says when they come out from the womb, they already have different patterns, different behavior. That also goes back to the fact that babies also react to this world whilst in the womb. You know that the body is a semi-permeable membrane. That means things can go out in. It is easy for things to go in and come out. It's like air. Air can go into the membrane of the body. So, according to science, they say that baby, they listen. According to the information, that they listen. They hear what happens even whilst they are in the womb. That they hear, they listen. They understand what is going on out here. Some even say that when you speak to your child while in the womb, that it helps them with language formation, that it helps them with speech, that it helps them with understanding, with cognizance. You understand? So, what am I trying to say in essence? What I'm trying to say is that we were conceived. You were conceived. Your mother became pregnant, right? As a result of the process that gave rise to you. And then what happened? You start from the womb experiencing Nigeria. Even if you are not born in Nigeria, you still experienced Nigeria. Because you are experiencing Nigeria secondhand. Why do I say that? It is because your parents are as a result of Nigeria. Their behavior are as a result of Nigeria. For those who are not born in Nigeria, which means when they give you an experience, when they communicate with you, when their behavior, you assimilate their behavior. You are also assimilating a behavior that came as a result of Nigeria. Therefore, Nigeria, whether you are born in it or not born in it, as long as you have some sort of connection to it, it affects your life. It affects your behavior. It affects how you reason, how you behave. Now, as a baby, you came out with all of the experiences of Nigeria already. They say babies here from the womb. Now you've heard how much expensive food is. You've heard about the struggle in Nigeria. In fact, in the womb, you have experienced the struggle. Ọwụrụgodi na ịnọ n'ime taxi, the pot negi nọ n'ime taxi, the pothole a na-asụ asụọ ya like this, gị shake. Despite the fluid jiggy together, enwere ka a ga-asụ, enwere ike you won't even understand what is happening again. When your mother batara n'ụlọ na-efeel very hot, feeling very, very hot because of the weather, no electricity, ọkụ anọ, and then the windows, a socialize yala Nigeria currently, na windows so hana the very small despite the heat. Very, very small windows. That is the socialization of the country, which is as a result of Nigeria itself. So heat name you also feel it, because as in a mother communicates feelings even to the child. When a mother is sick, the child becomes sick. Sometimes they tell a pregnant woman, make sure that you do not catch flu. Make sure that you do not become sick. Because when you become sick, when you catch flu, that child in the womb also catches the flu. So you see, it becomes transferred from the mother to the child in the womb. So that with other experiences, the experience of frustration of what is happening in Nigeria, the experience of all the experiences the mother is experiencing, the child in the womb is also experiencing it. And this is helping him to develop a behavior, develop a character, develop a personality. And then you come out, finally, land in Nigeria. You start crying. You start crying. You don't want to be in Nigeria. You wish that you were not born in Nigeria. You start crying. The kind of cry you even cry is different from when you go to a proper place, a proper country to deliver. The children there, when they born them, the way they cry, you find out that, hey, something is different. Something is different. From that moment, you begin experiencing Nigeria firsthand. Nigeria starts happening to you firsthand. Firsthand. Somebody said to me, I was asking him why he relocated. He said to me that some people came to his house and robbed him, pointed a gun at him, and the children were there watching him. He couldn't even protect his daughter. Couldn't even protect the small son. And that feeling of hopelessness that he saw on the children's eyes, that feeling that, the son looking up to the father, this huge man, Superman. But today, that child that knows nothing, a child of about a year, still accumulating information, is able to see the father with no hope. The man said, I could not stay there anymore. I had to at least move, find another location, at least give them a feeling of a fresh start. The trauma that caused to the children, this is the Nigerian lifestyle. And the crazy thing is, sometimes we think these things don't matter. It doesn't. It matters. It matters. We look at these things and we think it doesn't matter. It matters. When you hear Mazi Nnamdi talk about his birth, when you listen to Onyendu talk about his birth, talk about how he was born during the war, how he was born a Biafran, it matters. If you, any day you go for your birth certificate and you see the birth certificate of Biafra, it gives you, there is a difference. It is not the same as the birth certificate from the zoo. It is not the same. It matters. It matters. The little experience that we experience, it doesn't matter how little, it matters. That is why we are trying to have a secure environment that we can have in order to properly give our children the experience that they should have, not the Nigerian experience, where people are born into hopelessness and they die in hopelessness, and it becomes a norm. People see it as normal. People are now normalizing choosing between the devil and another devil. One devil, choosing between three devils, four devils. Knowing that at the end of the day, all these devils are just the same puppet in the hands of their colonial masters. And it is because of this thing that I just explained now, that it has become imperative for us to every day question what we believe in, every single day. Question the attitude you have, question why you reason the way you reason, why you come to conclusions the way you do. When somebody says something negative about you, for instance, behavior-wise, do not look at it as, oh, too much negative. That is the Nigerian way. Nigerian will not look at it as a critical moment that is needed for an analysis of self. Nigerians will always look at it like, oh, forgetting about the message that the information is passing. Rather, I am focusing on the emotions. The emotions saying such a thing erupted in them. It is very, very important that we ask ourselves questions, that we question everything we have been taught, everything that we know, the way we behave, the way we think, the way we speak even. It is very, very important. Yesterday, I was thinking to myself, because my mother has this kind of voice that is not so soft. And yesterday I was thinking, are you sure this is because you come into families when I remember when sometimes my brother would speak, would think it's my mom speaking. You understand that? So yesterday I started thinking to myself, Where did even the way I speak come from? How did I manage to speak this way? The way I speak, the way I form my sentences. Where did it come from? I started questioning myself in that direction. Because I understand that I am a product of all the experiences that I've had. All the experiences, both good and bad. I am a product of them all. You are a product of them all. We are here today because of Mazi Nnamdi. We say we are the product of Radio Biafra because of Mazi Nnamdi. We are a product of the things we go through. That is why it is very important to always question what you know. Because you are coming from a system built by colonial masters, people who want you as slaves forever. Recently, I played a clip where one of them was talking about going back to recolonize all Africa totally. Today, you still have Africans thinking in the way they behave that the problem of their brothers is none of their business because they are benefiting from the system. They have found ways to capitalize and make profit. They're forgetting that they are still slaves. That is why the Nigeria government could collude and abducted Mazi Nnamdi from Kenya. Black people, the same black people, abducted Mazi Nnamdi from Kenya. Kenyan people are there. Their governments, they are there. The same black people. They tortured Mazi Nnamdi in Kenya for 8 whole days, 8 complete days. The kind of torture they gave to Mazi Nnamdi, I don't think any normal person would survive a day. For 8 days, this innocent man was tortured. Therefore, this morning, I am calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi, who committed no crime known to law. I call on Nigeria government to obey the rulings of various courts of competent jurisdiction, which declared the abduction and continued incarceration of our leader illegal and a crime against humanity. Mazi Nnamdi, who is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, he was abducted from Kenya by Nigeria government on the 19th of June 2021 and was tortured in Kenya for 8 days, after which he was forcefully brought into Nigeria. And since then, he has been unlawfully held in the dungeon of the DSS in Abuja. You may recall that on the 20th of July 2022, the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention declared that the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi is a violation of international human rights conventions. They also ordered his immediate and unconditional release. It is such a shame that Nigeria government has continued to snub this opinion, just like they have done to various rulings of their courts that discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi. Instead, what the Nigeria government have done is that they have pursued every effort in order to inflict severe physical and psychological torture on Mazi Nnamdi. They have denied him access to his lawyers. They have denied him medication. They have denied him medical treatment. They have denied. What have they not done to this innocent man? What have they not done to this innocent man? What have they not done? Recall that in 2017, 14th of September 2017, Nigeria government took actions to assassinate this innocent man. This is despite the case of Mazi Nnamdi being in their court. Mazi Nnamdi was even supposed to appear in their court few days after the 16th, if I'm not mistaken, of September. Just few days after the 14th, and they went to kill him, to kill an innocent man, a man who did no wrong to them. A man who did no wrong to them. They went to kill him. Thankfully, Mazi Nnamdi managed to escape. But the zoo government, the Nigeria government, ended up killing at least 28 men and women. At least 28 men and women in his house, inside his house. I'm not talking about those who died as a result of that. I'm not talking about those who lost their lives because of these 28 men and women. No, I'm not talking about those who heard about the attempted assassination of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, thought it was successful because then nobody knew where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went, fled to. Nobody even knew if he was alive or not, except few people who were with him. I'm not even talking about those other people, like one of our brothers did say here on the radio, did mention here on the radio. The Nigeria government that they massacred 28, at least 28 men and women. They killed so much that even the family dog was not spared. It was killed. And this is a place where people call a home. This is a place where you call a country. This is a place that molds your behavior, that molds you, that molds your children. This is a place where people are happy to go and compete for. Go and compete for. Go and dance for. Go and represent. I was listening to the news the other day, and one other Igbo footballer, ex-footballer, was saying he wants the opportunity to coach the Nigeria national team, soccer national team. Will they even give you that opportunity? Will they even give it to you? We keep trying to promote Nigeria because Nigeria has made us hungry. People cannot even say, you know what, to hell with you and to hell with whatever you stand for. People cannot do that because they are molded by Nigeria. This is all they know. Scavenging, this is all they know. Fighting for scrums, this is all they know. When you speak, somebody will say, hey, one day now they will attack you. That is all that the first thing that comes into the mind of a zoologian. When somebody is doing something wonderful somewhere, they say, this person, they will attack you. That is the first thing that comes in. Have you ever seen such a comment on Facebook? I'm sure you have seen it, and other places. I'm sure you have seen such comments. You see somebody who has risen up to defend his or her people. The first thing you see people commenting about how the forces, the oppressive forces, will not be pleased with what he is doing. Because of the kind of knowledge, the kind of understanding they have put into them. Be quiet. Do not speak until you have been spoken to. Not only until you have been spoken to, but until you have been given the go-ahead to speak. You are restricted, and you know you are restricted. Therefore, act in line. Act in line. That is what people know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and broke that bondage and broke that that bondage. And today, he has given us hope. He has given us faith. He has given us wisdom. He has given us understanding of who we are. Understanding of where we are going. You must know who you are before you understand what you want to become, where you are going. You cannot see the future if you have not seen yesterday. Actually, yesterday is a prerequisite for today. And today is a prerequisite for tomorrow. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came, he opened up our eyes to yesterday. And because of that, we can see tomorrow. And this government of impunity, this government that does not want any sort of progress, they came, they pursued him, they tried to kill him, he escaped. Several times they tried to kill him, he escaped. They abducted him. And they had the guts to come out to tell us that, hey, we had the meeting where we decided, oh, instead of killing him, let us abduct him. This is the government of you, your own government. This is, I wanted to say government of the people, but it is not the government of the people. This is a supposedly government of the people. And nothing is done about that statement. The man who made such statement, no investigation has been carried out why a government is sitting on and deliberating on the death of a person. The international community, they are quiet because Britain is there. Britain is in charge of Kenya. Britain is in charge of most African countries. Western powers, Africans are just modern day slaves. That is why when I see black people jumping up and down, it makes me sick. You find them in the malls going, oh, you want to buy this designer clothes, you want to buy the other designer clothes. It is like a pig wearing a gold, wearing gold. Isn't that the definition they gave you in your book? Like a pig wearing wearing gold. Somebody without dignity. And you have gold all over your necks, all over your nose. The moment I realized my state in life, the moment I realized my position in life, a product of colonialism, who is still going through colonialism, who is oppressed, who is working as a slave, the moment I realized that, you see, all of these things, luxury and all of that, it became a torment to me. Honestly, it became a torment to me. The wearing of gold, it became a torment to me. I look at it and then I remember my position and I'm asking myself, who am I trying to make happy? Is it myself or somebody else? This is one problem we always have. Somebody once said to me, this was some years ago. I was said, it was said to me, I am doing this for you. I said to the person, you can't be serious. You are not doing this for me. You are doing it for yourself to actualize that you want to feel good. You want to feel good. That is why you are doing what you are doing, not for me. My acceptance of it might contribute to you feeling good. If I say to you, I don't accept this, you won't stop it because I said I don't accept it. You will still do it because you want to feel good. But there are cases where our feeling good have to come from the acceptance of others. Oh, how do others look at us? How do others look at me? What are others going to think about what I'm doing? And all of that. For instance, you own a gold chain. You own a gold watch. Say a Rolex, for instance. Very expensive. You know you own it. You know that it belongs to you. You know that if somebody comes and bets you and makes a bet with you, the person is going to lose because you know it's the truth. You don't even need to prove it. and then you went another step to wear it. Is it for yourself or for somebody else? This is just an example. I'm not saying you should stop wearing your golds and all of that. No, I'm not saying. After all, buying them, you bought them to wear them. When you buy a watch, is to check the time, right? Yeah. So if you have it, if you can afford to buy, actually, I advise people, if they can afford to buy it, buy gold watches, necklaces, and all of that. They should, because it's, for me, it's an investment. I see it as an investment. It's like buying gold. Some people who are rich, they know that it doesn't matter what happens, gold will still have value. It's not like dollar that or BRICS came about, and dollar is, people are going crazy about dollar. Like, oh, we don't know what might happen. Is it going to happen tomorrow? Is it going to happen in 5 years? Is it no? So I usually advise people, no, no, no. If you can afford to buy gold, just buy it. You understand? So what I'm saying is not simply about buying gold and all of that and necklaces and all of that. What I am simply saying is the things, the actions we take, who is it for? Who is it really for? Is it for you or for the world to see you? Where is it coming from? Is it coming from a position of understanding of who you are? Or is it in a position of lack of that, where because you are a product of colonialism, you do not know who you are, even when we say we know who. For instance, today I cannot proudly stand up and say I know who I am, because there is still a long way to go. There is, our leader did say, over 3,000 years of the Nigeria system, the colonialism took us way back. 3,000 years civilization. They took us back 3,000 years. 3,000 years is not 1 year. It's not 50 years. How do you really say that you know who you are when you are still operating in a colonial system? A system that went as far as Kenya to abduct Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A system that has continued to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS dungeon, torturing him since then, since 2021, 3 years now. A system that said they will obey their own court, and their court has discharged and acquitted this man several times, and they said, no, we do not care. Why? Because there is something they are expecting. There is something they are expecting. They have their eyes on this goal. It is a colonial goal. A goal that says that the court is for you, the masses. The court is for you, the nobodies. Those who do not have anything to say. The slaves. That the court is for you. How many Fulanis are being tried in the court? How many of them are tried in the court today, as we are today? How many of them? How many of them are looting the coffers of the country dry? How many of them? Was it not Britain that said, what's his name, Jack? Yakubu, go on. That he stole half of the central bank. Did they not have evidence before they said it? But Yakubu has been allowed to own houses in different wonderful places in London. Flying anyhow he wants all over the world. Today he's talking about prayer. But look at what is his name again. Several Igbo people, several Biafrans, not only Igbo people, Biafrans who are being maligned. Look at what's his name, Wigwe or Wigwe. When I was reading Wigwe, I don't understand. I was asking myself, is this Wike or Wigwe or what? These are our brothers. These are our people. He died in such a way that you are asking, How is this possible with his wife and his child? Do you know how heartbreaking that is? All his accomplishments just gone like that. Tomorrow they say we don't know how to keep inheritance legacy from one generation to the next because we don't even have a foundation. They say black people do not know how to. There is no free black person. So how can you pass something on to your child except slavery? Except chains. What else can you pass on to your child? This man was just, he died just like that, just like nothing. Because he is still a slave wearing gold chains, wearing all of those, just like me, just the way I am, just a slave fighting for my own freedom. Was he fighting for his own freedom, or did he think he already had freedom? Did he think that he already had freedom? He probably thought he already had freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not blinded with hubris. He was not blinded by such perverted understanding. He knew where his position is. He knew who he is. He knows who he is. And he came out and he told us, listen, this is the position you have been relegated to. This is as a result of this. This is as a result of that. Now, what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to sit there and say, okay, yeah. Is that it? Oh, I'm one of the richest people. I'm having banks. I'm having this. Oh, I just launched my perfect house, perfect life, perfect wife, perfect child. Therefore, my life is perfect. You living in a glass where one throws a little stone and it's broken. It's broken. You find our people who, this is why it drives me crazy when people talk about, oh, how beautiful our land is. Yes, but it drives me crazy. I can't say it's a lie. It's a statement of it's correct. Our people like wonderful houses, big things. Even unemployed people want those wonderful houses. Rather than to think of a wonderful company, we are thinking of wonderful houses. Where is our scale of preference? How warped is it? It still goes back to the product of the system. The system says to you, listen, what you need is money and you are a human being. What you need is gold chain on your neck. You are a human being. What you need is gold chain on your feet and you are a human being. They do not tell you that your freedom is what makes you human. Nothing else. Not the gold, not the money, not the private jets, nothing. None of that. It's your freedom. They do not tell us that. Only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and said to us, listen, you are a nobody without your people, without your freedom. You are a nobody. It doesn't matter who you are. You are a nobody. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You are a nobody. Look at how our people are being killed all over the world, like animals, all over the world. All over the world, like animals. Do you think if we are free that people can just kill this man? Are you telling me that? Do you know that even our information base, they how complex our information system, our security system will even have this information and will even unwrap it before it even happens. You are a product of a colonial system that does not value your life, that sees you as a commodity, that sees you as something that can be traded, just like cows can be traded, just like goats can be traded, just like chickens can be traded. You are being traded like that. That is why our people can come out from inside the dungeon and tell you every day 5 of us are being killed and their bodies being sold and their organs being sold and harvested. And they feed you with the same thing because you have refused to understand your position. Oh, I have this beautiful house. Oh, I have this beautiful car. Oh, I have this and that. All of that nonsense. What you are procuring for your child tomorrow is debt. Debt and debt and debt. Tomorrow they cannot maintain it. Tomorrow they cannot maintain it. The car becomes a liability. You need money to manage it. You need money to manage a house. That big mansion, it needs money to manage. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and gave us the gospel. How is he not your savior? How is he not your savior? How have you not recognized until now? I'm not talking to you who understands. I'm not talking to you who is ready to die. I'm not talking to you who has already died. I'm talking to those who do not still understand, like the pigs with gold nose ring. How have you not been able to understand that you're a nobody until you have your freedom? Of all the money, do you know Dangote cannot just be killed like that man? And the world and he can't just be even killed like that. He can't, because his people are free. His people are in charge of their lives. They are even now so free to the point that they can molest you, they can enslave you, and the world is quiet. That is how free they are. Why are you not free? Why are you not seeing what is going on? Why? It drives me crazy. Why? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and gave us this good news. The story of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the story of an innocent man who saw Nigeria for exactly what it is: a crime against humanity. Nigeria is a crime against humanity. And in a bid to ensure the survival of his race, he embarked in creating awareness concerning the hellhole that this contraption is, and the disaster that this contraption is speedily descending into. And today, like a prophet that he is, his words are unfolding before our eyes. In addition to the torment of Onyendu, thousands of Biafrans are illegally held at different dungeons operated by Nigeria government simply for demanding a democratic process. And Nigeria is a democratic country, so-called democratic country. People who are demanding a democratic process are attacked and branded terrorists, while those who are going around killing innocent people are tagged heroes. This is Nigeria. This is Nigeria. Does this not tell you that the main reason for Nigeria is for the destruction of the owners of the land? The destruction of the owners of the land, despite where you have gone into the world to serve as a slave, whether you have gone to America to serve as a slave, whether you have gone to England to serve as a slave, it is your country is designed for your destruction wherever you are. That is why even in America, the fact that he is a Nigerian followed him there. It is a very, very painful thing, losing our people, especially people who are able to benefit from this capitalist system. How many of our people have gotten loans from his bank to begin with? How many? How many? If it were a Yoruba bank, you will see how beneficial it will be to the Yoruba people. Look at their banks. How many of our people are benefiting from our people? Those who say that they are billionaires, those who say that they have what it takes. Every day we keep crying for help. Help ESN, help this, help that. Our people are crying. And the most of our people do is, yeah, buy rice, some bags of rice, 100 bags, 200. We held them 1,000 bags. We held them. Hey, Odogu, Odogu. I hate that. Honestly, I hate it. It makes me angry. I know I do not think the way most people think. It makes me angry. Honestly, I hate it. You won't see me praising such, and you won't see. The last time I did that was I came back when I understood myself. I said to myself that can never happen again. Now you go to church, they're doing bazaar or whatever. You buy this, you buy that for women, for old women, and they hey praising, and that is it. They eat that and they continue to live forever, right? That is the food of life, ne? Right? The water of life, right? Our freedom is paramount. Our freedom is paramount, honestly. Yes, these are good things. I'm not saying they are not good. Not saying you shouldn't buy the bags of rice for your neighbors and all of that. These are wonderful ideas. These are, but when I see them, of course, I can't analyze information the way you do. We all cannot analyze information the same. And like I said, the way you analyze it, there's nothing. I'm not. I'm not telling you that that is wrong. No, I'm just telling you that myself, I do not. For me personally, I do not accept that. You can. It's good to give. Yes, I like solving problems from the root. From the root. At least let it be that you are solving it from the root. You have begun solving it from the root. And then you can now be doing all of that to maintain, to sustain the lives that will benefit when you are solving it from the root. Let it be that. Then I understand. But when it is not that, when we promote all of these little things, it becomes a norm. People see it as a way that it should be. And Facebook helped promoting this. You know, people came out on Facebook when they give arms, they do videos about it. Videos where they're giving arms. Mazi Kanu is not doing videos. He's in the ESS dungeon today. He's not doing videos. Thousands of Biafrans held illegally in various Nigeria government operated dungeons simply for asking a referendum. They are not there doing videos of what their sacrifices. They are not there doing videos. People who really contribute don't make they really do not make an issue of such things. Instead of buying 1,000 bags of rice, why don't you buy a farm, start farming rice, and then employ people? Employ those people you would have given bags of rice. Those people, employ them. When you employ them, one of the packages that can come from that employment is a yearly bag of rice or quarterly bag of rice or biannually bag of rice. You can give them bag of rice once in 3 months. It could be once in 6 months. Could be once a year. Could be one of the benefits of that. Let us go to this news before I open up the line. Let me go to this news. This is IPOB. This is IPOB press release. I want to bring this press release to us before I open up the line. And the press release says it is dated 14th of February 2024. That is yesterday, IPOB press release of yesterday. It says Imo State Police Command aware of attackers at Okigwe Correctional Center, IPOB stroke ESN not responsible, IPOB. The Global Family and Movement of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, ably led by the great prophet and liberator, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, condemned the atrocious activity of Nigeria police at Okigwe Correctional Farm Centers. And we also debunk the fallacious and fabricated media blackmail from the Nigeria Police, Imo Command, accusing IPOB stroke ESN operatives as behind the attack at the correctional facility. in Okigwe, Imo State. IPOB/ESN was never responsible for the attack on the facility or any attack at Okigwe, Imo State. It is pathetic on the side of the Imo State Police Command, who is most of the time in bed with the rampaging criminals in Imo State. Imo State Police is aware of those behind the alleged attacks at Okigwe Correctional Center, but because there is an agenda to blackmail IPOB/ESN, they had to pin the attack on IPOB. If Nigeria police has the ability to pin attacks on IPOB and ESN within minutes of something happening without investigation, why do we still have cases of unresolved high-profile killings in Nigeria? We want the public to understand that the Nigerian government and her murderous Nigeria police would have masterminded the alleged attacks at the Okigwe Correctional Center just to blackmail IPOB/ESN or to free some of the arrested criminal infiltrators that may expose their conspiracy against IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi. Just as the same Imo State Police Command masterminded the Owerri Correctional Facility attack in 2021 and blamed it on IPOB then. To date, no investigation report has been published on that attack. Similarly, the Nigerian military masterminded the attack of Abuja Suleja prison in 2022 in what can be referred to as a successful covert prison swap between Nigeria Army and Boko Haram terrorists. In all the so-called prison breaks that took place in Nigeria between 2021 and 2022, the Nigerian police never produced any forensic investigation report. The reason is that the Nigeria government and her security forces are accomplices to almost all the jailbreaks in the contraption called Nigeria. In order to cover their covert operations with their recruited double agent in Finland and his criminal gangs, Nigeria police has to rush to the media to pin any attack, including the one at Okigwe Correctional Center, on IPOB/ESN without any investigation or evidence. The Nigerian government and their double agents are colluding to shop for evidence to charge our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in their ongoing kangaroo court trial. Let Nigerians not be deceived. No armed group can successfully carry out prison attacks and free only 7 inmates and prisoners without the collaboration of the government and her security agencies. They have selected those they wanted to free. Owerri and Suleja correctional facilities are fortified security areas that are impossible to carry a successful jailbreak at without powerful security resistance. But the two prisons were attacked very smoothly and successfully without resistance. This latest alleged Okigwe prison attack and the successful release of 7 prisoners are surely masterminded by the Nigeria police. The public should not be fooled. The latest attack could either be one of the media blackmailing of IPOB/ESN or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or both. But that is dead on arrival. They may have carried out this break to free some arrested criminals and accomplices that may have the potential to blow up the government's covert operations. Whatever the case may be, IPOB, ESN, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have nothing to do with it. The double agent operating as IPOB member with his criminal gangs, operating in Okigwe communities in collusion and clash with the Nigerian military, has made the innocent villagers of Umulolo, Ihube, Azu, and Arondizog to desert their communities because of military invasions of these communities. Both the agent provocateurs and the Nigerian military have destroyed many homes of people in Okigwe, thereby worsening the security situation in Okigwe and towns around it. Unfortunately, the Nigerian media, either by either omission or commission, have refused to report the atrocities the DSS recruited criminal gangs called Biafra Liberation Army under their agent and their collaborator in Nigeria Army have done. It is the same situation that they have created at Osumohu, Uli, Ihiala, Ihetenansa, and other communities in local government areas of Imo State and Anambra State. IPOB is a responsible and peaceful freedom fighting movement and only focuses on the restoration of Biafra. ESN operatives are after marauding Fulani kidnappers and terrorists in our bushes and forests. IPOB/ESN operatives have never attacked any correctional facility or anybody in Okigwe local government area. ESN operatives do not engage Nigeria security forces nor attack any public infrastructure. Anytime IPOB decides to invoke violence and armed struggle into our current project, the world will hear it from us first. By then, all this cheap blackmail will no longer matter because we shall take responsibility for our actions. Therefore, the Nigeria government and her fantastically corrupt security agencies should stop their useless and baseless blackmail, which has yielded no results in many years for them. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for IPOB. This is part of the insecurity we have been talking about going on in our land, and it is being orchestrated by the Nigeria government. Of course, they work through their agents. This is the work of the Nigeria government. I have a caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. This is Sunrise. Please introduce yourself and go ahead with your opinion. Good
morning to you, Mazi Sochima. Greetings to you, my beloved brothers and sisters. Chukwukikapia is our strength, and we must continue on the side of the truth. My name is Hugo, and I'm calling from the blessed land of Biafra. Mazi, you see, I don't know the reason why some people who are supposed to be facing the truth, they are running away from that truth. Look at what you just read now, the latest IPOB media report. I want to say it this way, because this is the way we are trying to tell the whole local people that whatever you see happening and the zoo are calling IPOB, they are the one doing it. Any attack, anything that happens in our land, you see these people first call on IPOB or ESN. They are the one that commit that evil. They are the one that did it. There are so many reasons why you have to accept it this way. Who is the people that gang up and commit extraordinary rendition against our leader, Mazi Sochima, who go to Kenya to kidnap a truth so that the truth will no longer continue to come out to the people to know? These are Jew agents, the so-called people who are ruling over the masses in Nigeria. They claim to be leaders, but they are not. These are the ones who also refuse to obey court order. You arrest innocent citizens of the land and you tag them one thing the other. There are so many people today suffering in different prison cells who did not commit anything. Some of them are just walking on the road and they were bundled inside their police or army motor. That is how they found themselves inside prison today. So I want to use this opportunity to tell you, listening to this hallowed platform, that the Zoological Republic, Nigerian government, and the evil people in our land who is supporting this government, they are the ones. They are the reason why there is no peace today. They are the reason why the peace refuses to exist. Court asked them to release our leader, Mazi Sochima Nbanali, but they refuse. They say that the court will decide. Court finally decide telling the whole world the truth, that this man didn't commit anything, allow him to go. They said no. They are the ones also sponsoring the people who claim to fight for Mazi Kanu in destruction. They will go around, commit all the manner of evil in the name of they are fighting for Mazi Kanu IPOB. They are the same people because of what? The report they just give now, open it up for us to understand. They say they are looking for a means to jail an innocent man. That is the reason why we are asking all of you to stand up. Because if you see evil against your brother, you remain silent. Just because you think it's not happening to you, one day that evil will visit you. It will definitely come to you. So that is the reason why we continue to ask all this Okamanama for our brothers and sisters. Okamanama if like the people of like people like Peter Obidem, who refuse to face the truth, despite they see how their brothers and sisters are dying. How can they hope 2027 to become Nigerian president? You see that kind of thing? When people die in the north, you see them going there donating a huge amount of money. Is it not Okamanama? Why your own is demolition, crying daily, dying daily, and you are seeing it? You claim to be a gentleman, you claim to be a professor, you claim to be an intelligent person. That is the reason why our leaders say, you don't know anything. Because when you see your own crying, dying, you remain silent. But if that kind of thing happens to other part, you pretend to be a good person. All these things is not going to help all of you. It's good for us to wake up and condemn evil. Keeping quiet, that evil will visit every one of you. Mazi, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You said it rightly, Okamanama. We have people who I don't know why they are doing this. I don't know if the aim is to make sure that we become depressed, we become angry at ourselves, and the fact that we cannot benefit from our own people. It is very bad. It is very, very bad. The only benefit we even see is their big houses. Their big houses that has nothing to do with us. We are going through hunger. We are going through starvation. And that is all we see. Bad roads, even the big houses. Sometimes you see them tar their own roads. Their own roads. What about us who do not have such resources? What about us who do not have such leisure to live in America? What about us who prefer our land? What are we supposed to do? Who is fighting for us? Why are we letting only most times, like, I have had conversations with people, especially when something bad happens, and they say, "Hey, we thought IPOB ESN will protect us," and you're asking yourself, what is your own responsibility to yourself? I mean, we are coming from a system that has told us that we do not need to do anything. All we need is just to believe that we will be saved. That we do not even need to think that there is a need to save this place, that we should just believe that there is a better place that we'll go to. And it is just pathetic. It is just pathetic. I have a caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion. Ndewo.
Ndewo nwa Chineke Sochima Udochukwu okuke abịama doro gị dụkwara ndị IPOB niile nọ n'ụwa niile. Our leader remains Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Hamadike, one of Biafra land, the only man who rejected the evil that going on in Nigeria and said humanity must be free. Biafrans must be free. The only man who said no. We have been killed enough, starting from 1945 to today. We are dying day after day. The only man who stand up and said, I rejected white man creation. I want to go and create my own as a people. The only man who wanted to contribute in the affair of the whole world. The only man who don't want to eat other ones something. He want to create his own. He want to help his people. That is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for you. Biafra is our religion. On this Harrow platform is where we worship. the God that created us, that God that be with our fathers 1960, 70, when the evil world British wanted to wipe them out of this planet. That the God out Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB who are fighting to defend our land. God may great Biafrans. That is question I want to ask. Mazi Sochima, you can help me to answer the question if you can. I want to ask, what is belief and faith? Why I'm asking you this is this. Since I was born, I was hearing faith and belief. Believe that Nigeria will be better tomorrow. Believe or have faith that one day Nigeria will be good. Till today, I'm getting old and still hearing all those things. I said, if a Nigerians can fix Nigerians to be better, meaning a Nigerian can fix hell to be better than heaven, if there is any. Mazi, that is where I'm asking, what is faith and belief?
Okay. Are you giving me time to answer now?
Yeah.
Oh, I think faith and belief are very important things that we must have. I think everybody must have faith and belief. For me personally, I think that having no faith in anything is the worst thing anybody can do. You can't go around life not having faith in anything. Having faith is okay. Let me start with belief. I think that belief is the way that our understanding is shaped. Belief is a system that says, okay, this is the things we accept and the things we don't accept. It is like our character. It is like our understanding of something. It is like the way we also behave. It is as a result of our belief system. That is our model of things. That is what I see belief as. But I understand that we are coming from a place of colonial. We are products of colonialism. Therefore, the belief system we have is one that has been negative to our development. The belief we have been made to believe in things that we should not believe in. We have been made to live how we are supposed to believe and believe in things we are not supposed to. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Understand.
And faith, like I said, is feeling strongly about something that it will happen or it will not happen. It is basically saying having trust. It is saying conviction. Let me use that word, conviction. It is the same thing as faith. We cannot live, for instance, this struggle, we cannot say we are in this struggle until we have faith that what we are looking for will come to pass. But it's just that we have been told that you can have faith without working for it. Now, that is wrong. You cannot have faith in something that you do not know how it's going to work. That is just totally wrong. Now, that is just called blind faith. And that is something I call stupidity. It is because of the way our belief system has been formed that we can now talk about faith. Having faith in things that we are not working for. That is my understanding of both words. Thank you.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you very much. Because, we need to educate our people, especially the urban areas. And see, our people believe what others told them to believe without thinking twice. Why we believe in this struggle when our leader, the savior of our time, the most important thing in our life is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why we believe? Because we hear his voice. We look on and say, this is the voice, this is the man who will liberate us. That is why all of us believe on him. and some ratras come out and said they want to be leader of what they didn't know where they are built, and some freakishly following to destroy our land more. You know, our people don't know that when you created something with lies, the way Nigeria is, they'll be forcing peace on you to believe that peace must come, while they are created that thing with the lies and the evil. And that is why you can never see any politicians now speaking against the religious leader, because that is they are the supporters. So great Biafrans, why we always bring out all these things is this: we need to believe something we're supposed to, something that can help us. Because when you go to school and you are not with a pencil or pick, and somebody should believe that when you reach there, you will see pencil, who will buy that thing for you in the school there? When others are writing, you'll be begging. If there is somebody who have two, if there is nothing for you. And the two, look at Nigeria. Nigeria can come out and tell you that somebody forged the signature of the president and withdraw money from the same country, which we have other people who are managing there, without phone call, without anything. And somebody come out and tell you that snake swallowed money. And everybody look on and say, and somebody come out and tell you that a rat chased late president out of the office. You see all those kind of things, and the people believe it's true. You know? And somebody come and tell you that monkey come out and they carry all the money. All these things is coming out from France, and they will stand on that, telling you should believe. So when we want to liberate ourselves, we follow the line that our reader, anybody who are coming now to tell me Jesus do that, Jesus did, I always tell them what Nnamdi Kanu did in your own life. You are against him because he tells you the truth, but you are talking about something he did not know. He didn't know the pictures, didn't know everything, and somebody says, and you believe. And the one that you are saying, telling you the truth, what is going on in Nigeria, what is going to destroy us, you don't want to believe. You see how our hypocrisy is more than the way we are. We don't want to hear the truth. And in Nigeria is evil, is always trying to suppress the truth, kill the truth so that nobody will know it. That is why today we are here trying to tell the whole world that our fathers, they are killed is not Lebanon. They are planning to wipe us away from this. So great Biafran, only thing that can save us, support. We are not telling you must do it on your own. This is your land. Nobody will save it from you. You must contribute. There is people who are ready to stand and face the bullet. There's people who are ready to speak. There's people who are ready to contribute. So you support them in a way that we can rebuild so that everybody can come out and go his works. Graduating, when you graduate, you have work. But today, all the average people in this country are running away. You ask yourself, who will build that place that you are? Is it God from heaven will build that country you are running to? It's a human being like you. It's a human being. This thing we are doing is to make sure that we have our own nation, so that our children finish school, if they are graduate, they can, without wasting a month, having their own work of their choice. So, Mazi, may Elohim, Chufu Okuke Abiyama, who created Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come and liberate us, continue to sustain you and give you more knowledge. Support ESN, remove fear from your eyes. Stand and say enough is enough. The evil that's going on in our land. Thank you, Mazi.
Ndewo. Thank you very much, Mazi. I appreciate you. I appreciate your contribution this morning. And Going back to the press release, it is clear that this is how many prison breaks that happened since the time of Buhari. Do you know the number of? Let me go back to that again. How many prison breaks that happened in Nigeria during the time of Buhari? So much that I've even lost count. So much that I have even lost count of it. I'm trying to Google it. I'm trying to find it. While I am looking for this information, uh, introduce let me introduce this caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please introduce yourself and go ahead with your opinion.
Mazi Sochima Nbanali, and greetings to great Biafrans all over the world. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the savior of our time, the savior of Biafra, who have sacrificed all he had to see that we Biafrans are free. We thank Elohim for bringing him. Thank you, Mazi Sochima Nbanali, for the good work you are doing. Great Biafrans, what is all that is being read in the news and that has been going on in the zoo mostly is alarming and is alarming. But our leader have said this as a prophet. He has said it long time ago, but so many people did not heed to his prophecy, because he is black like us. So he is one of us, because they say no nyamuma na adugu na benne ya. So, but for those that have hearkened to his word and his prophecy are the ones that he is now a kind of saying what he has said before and still stand strong by him, because he have opened our eyes and our minds to see what is for come and is happening right now before our eyes. We thank Elohim Chukokama for bringing our leader to us and bringing him. So, Mazi Sochima, there's sometime in our land, in Biafra land, we are having so many things in our land, and we don't even know the area that we will tackle, because so many things is happening. Last time, last on Sunday, I went, I went around in Suka. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mazi Onyemechi. Mazi Onyemechi is from Suka province of Biafra land, and I'm calling you from the blessed land of Biafra. So, like last Sunday, I will try to go around and I observe what is going on in Suka, more especially in front of Bishop Shanahan Hospital in Nsukka. So that place, if you go there on daily basis, but the day that I went there was on Sunday, you will see the kind of all those street beggars, outside people, all those Fulani outside people that are begging on the street with their children. You will see one person who have like 3 children sitting with her, a mother sitting with the children, and they still have in pregnancy, sitting in front of hospital, lining up there and be begging for food. The children will be running to you to ask you, give me something, give me money, some money, all those kind of things. That is what is going on in front of Bishop Shanahan Hospital in Nsukka. So, one thing is, when these people are coming, they will come in so many ways, in so many strategies, because our people are not known as beggars. We don't beg because it's not in our lifestyle. And if you go there now, anytime you see them sitting on front of there, lining up about in numbers, about 20, 30 in numbers, full there, and they're begging for something. Where are they coming from? all those things. If we have to wake up and tackle all these things. I don't see that is what is because they have turned our land as the way they are in the northern part of the zoo. Because there's no way they can do it. So that is what I'm saying. The leadership should let us know how to tackle all those beggars, street begging, hawkers, all those selling, those that are, and even some of those children that are sent to you, hawkers, all those things. It's not something that is known to our, as in we the Biafrans. It's not used to know what we are known of. But let it be that we will still be separating the news and the information that we get will make it public so that those that the leadership and those that the authority to say and to tackle it will know what to do. Thank you, Mazi Sochima Nbanali, for this now giving me opportunity to speak to Biafran this morning. And I thank you for the good work you are doing. Mazi Onyemechi from Nsukka province of Biafra land. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi. I appreciate your contribution this morning, as always. Thank you very much. What Mazi Onyemechi did is what we encourage every Biafran to do, what we encourage each and everyone to do. I mean, report information that is happening. Go around, survey, go and check. Find out what is happening around your area, things that needs to be fixed, things that we need to put our eyes on so that these things can also be sorted. You know, security is a collective effort, like we said yesterday. And there are several ways that the state of Nigeria is creating insecurity. And issues like these are issues that we must solve because we cannot wait and say, this is happening here, and we are not even making it a problem, and we are not even bringing this information to the attention of everybody so that such problems can be tackled, completely tackled. So I thank our brother so much for bringing this information to us, for talking to Biafrans. I really, really appreciate it. And I encourage every one of us to please endeavor to bring reports in. If you can bring report in, go ahead, bring report in. My number is out there. You let me even call my number again so that you know the number to call. And you can bring this in if you have, if you can come on air, you come on air. We'll give you time for you to be able to talk about what is happening in your area or the area you went to. If you can do video about it or take pictures, you do it. Because what we are doing is for ourselves. It is to the benefit of ourselves. The number to call is +27 78 064 5457. You can call me on direct call. You can call me on WhatsApp, whichever one. You can get through to us. It is the studio number. The number to call is +27 78 064 5457. This is our land. Biafra land is our land. It is also on us to fix it. It is our responsibility to fix it. Now, like I was saying, since 2016, there are over at least, let me say at least the ones I can count, at least 16 prison breaks. At least 16 that I can count since 2016. And every time this happened since 2021 in Biafra land, every time it happened in Biafra land since 2021, the Nigeria government, without any investigation, wants to blame it on IPOB. You see how idiotic these people are. I have a caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please introduce yourself and go ahead with your opinion. There we go.
Mazi Nbanali nwanne m nwoke Tochukwu okike abịa ekekere ụwa jishike. And every Biafrans anywhere you are on this planet Earth, and last Tochukwu okike abịa madara niile. And I remain where I stand. Anything you are seeing, any attitude you are seeing in Biafra land is as a result of Nigeria. Any attitude, because
Even madness on now, both women, hardship have turned the whole Biafrans into losers. Both youth and everything, every problem on this earth, every problem on this planet that Biafrans are passing through is as a result of Nigeria. That's why Nigeria must be totally and nothing any human being can do about it. It's a curse unto humanity. Mazi Nbanali, don't go back. This time, more especially this time, we want to see who owns this earth. Yes, we want to see who owns this earth. If it is America, if it is China, if it is Japan, if it is all these countries that join United Nations to keep our leader, then they can in the dungeon of the terrorists. We want to know. We want to know. Oh, that are some party, a white man from America, because we are in the Biafra shouting, America, can we take this land? Oh, in the dungeon, so that you America are incompetent. That's why Chukwu Kebam is about to teach you people a lesson you never forget their life. You are daring the most time. Who are you? America that have a president, Joe Biden. I know Joe Biden. Joe Biden don't know that Western for that was there. Do you know? You see our leader Nnamdi Kanu. Any scratch on his body, anything. Let's make a challenge. It's a challenge. Come, madness. Dara. Just a scratch on the body of our leader. That Nnamdi Kanu, every I have witness, every leader should be for no mercy. Let's it's a challenge. Who's your question? Who? Magno Lesoti. Manu Sade Mamano, okay, see, but I kaka. It's a challenge. Go happy, man. You see this Biafra, eh? You say that your people, you are our leaders that are supposed to protect us. You are not full of leaders that we to compare, to kill us and take our land. No mercy, I swear. No mercy. Your people have dragged the lion on the tires. And you see our leader, Mazi Nbanali, unless the governor of the state, God mentioned that speak about him to be released immediately. Let us hear it from you. Whenever, and they say, Telepo, take make influence in other states. Nonsense. How much you could do this to? A Bank of France is going up to 100,000. Which government people? That is the people suffering here, Naba. Nonsense. 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 My focus on this. As all more. Only go more can't pay. My matter for the channel more. Just let cannot pick him. Try. That's what she try. I say kidnapping, what up, man. Oh, more stand complete excellent. Let us see if Joe Biden is the owner of Biafra land. Turn the bomb way. On our told you, side arrogant to people that are highly arrogant. Oh. That's the thing to do the letter of Bukelano. Now, what Mazi Nbanali? You say this Biafra we are looking for. Instead, the Biafra will not be restored. So this for my glory. They want the end. I swear, I solemnly promise you that. Come, Boshepono. Mazi Nbanali, the time because I want to hear American. That is why we are born. That is why we are Ayokesheska. No spirit in heaven, no spirit on earth, no spirit in the land of the dead, no killer, no monkey. You want ya? To take my sister, you want ya? That's because I'm not a no. Oh, you quote the camp, I'm okay. Oh, don't have a lot of time, measure Yaruma. Oh, child, identify them. I am never to the owner of the world. That's why America is panicking. They think that our leader, Mazi Nbanali, is worshiping and I can't get away. And let me tell the world. You say that's the son of Radbanki. National High School. You people spend bless there when we are praying. Now, back, I'm touching you. Come with peace. Pray. Go back to your country. That's the days. That number of days you spend here and go back. You will die in your country. Let's be Saturday. Let's see his prophet. Let's see who speak and who declare and is dead from heaven. Come now, come. Monkey. That person. Hey, Biafrans.
Oh, hell Biafra. Thank you very much, Mazi. So this is where we'll bring this program to an end. It's already 6:48. 6:48. So I just have 2 minutes to conclude. And thank you all very much for being part of this program today. And do remember that this program is a daily program, and it runs from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. It always feels like there is so much conversation that we can have here. But we will do our best to ensure that we keep having such conversations. Like one of the callers said, a lot is happening in our land to the point where most times we cannot keep track of everything that is happening in our land. And this is why it is important for every single body to be part of this. Every single body to be part of this. Okay, I'm just going to, you are live on Radio Biafra. You have 3 minutes. Please do not exceed 3 minutes. Ndewo.
Yeah, Mazi, good morning. Good morning. I appreciate your work. Because I'm a user by Ahamu Ogubie. According to the last person before, Kuge Makanda Funani na Enugunde na ya. Always any ka DOS mecha. Always everything. I want the Indian Okuni na Nigeria question me kwenke ha uriki ime. Ọrụ na-enye gị mmadụ ịkpọsa aha gị enwenye zụrụ gị ya ịpụta echi kpọsa enwenye zụrụ gị ya ịkpọsa from January ending enwenye here ị ga-akpọsa ha again. The answer is no. But on the Bible ha na-enye ha ego, maybe one prophet bole ha amụma ga-aga nye saraka with ndị Fulani ahụ ndị ahụ ya gị were ego nye ya. Those little girls or little boys ha na-amatachi ebe anyị bi, ha na-amatachi ụzọ na-amata everything, na-enye information. Let our people stop giving them money. Let our people stop giving them money. Because when you are giving them money, you are promoting them. You are promoting them. Always hearing that what the DOS on Hanaro be more important. How one need their hand to point to Hagaro. Yes, information is good. But let them stop giving them money. They want to let them stop giving them money. And another thing Chokuri Maker, this our brother or last no Kechu, Biko and my yo. Yage Kuku compose millions of people are listening this message. This lady record the holy. Yage kuku ya kuku yono. Owo ya puri ye ba wo ya wo ihe maka. Ya kuku ye kuku straight. And my like all the many millions even no na people are listening to him. E nwere mgbe ọ ga-akpọ call anụ ha la voice ha sị na off all the time. Ocha mkpọga gị na anọ m n'ụlọ ọrụ. Anọ m n'ọrụ na akpọ gị. Ya ga-ekwu ya compose onwe ekwu okwu. Owo ya kpụrụ onye no. Owo ihe awe freedom fighter biko. Ya respect ya okwu ya dị kem na ntị ịghọtala biko onye nwanyị gọzie gị jisi n'ike n'ọrụ na-arụ. My name is still the man Ogubie ịma ihe ọ pụtara awa ndị enyere iri kwasị ọkọ anyị rie dịkwa ndụ. Bye bye. Onye nwanyị gọzie gị bye.
Thank you very much. I'm glad he called actually, because sometimes when I finish working, I say to myself, oh, I should have said something like this. I should have said something like that. The reason why we have this radio is for us to have a conversation. The DOS, they already have what they are doing. They already have their what they are doing. We cannot. Yesterday, I was thinking of how we want to always overburden somebody because we don't have enough people who are working for us. Therefore, that's one person that is working for us. We want to overburden them. That is what he just said. I do understand it, and it is important. This is why we have this radio, so that we keep talking about what affects us, our problems, so that we are not saying it because it rests squarely on the head of the DOS. No, it is so that what you can do, you can also do. What you can help and prevent, you can help and prevent it. Hence, we even said the other day that insecurity is everybody's cup of tea. We even called on those who at least own these cars to also at least do something about securing it. Not only that they are the only people who secure the travelers, but they must also at least play their own part. You understand? so that people, even when you are thinking of ways to secure yourself, at least you know that they are also playing their own part. You understand? Not that they alone can solve it. This is what we are saying here. We have several times talked about the invasion of our land by this terrorist and all of that. It doesn't mean that everything has to be left for Fulani people. Even youth from one community, even from Ebony State, can say, we cannot let this thing happen in Anambra State, or we cannot let this thing happen in Enugu State. Even a few people, few friends and whatnot can say, let us see what we can do in order to make this place neat, in order to do this and do that, in order to promote this, in order to do that. There are people who, from the gospel that has been preached here on the radio, have been able to set up programs in order to educate people on their private platforms, and they are making a lot of difference. You see, so I thank this last caller very, very much. It seems like I just it seems like Chuku just said to me, let this guy give us this information. Thank you very much for this information. This is where we'll bring this program to an end. Thank you and thank you and thank you. Do have a wonderful, wonderful day. Ndeo. Anywhere in Biafra land and in some parts of the zoo, you can tune in by going to your radio and tuning into 102.1 FM. 102.1 FM from your radio. It is as simple as that. So I encourage you to join us in our march to freedom. There is no freedom without mental emancipation. There is no freedom